This video might trigger you a little bit, but I promise you, if you are a high achiever, if you're ambitious, if you're here to live an above average life, this is going to set you free with the 2 mindset theory. But before we get into it, hello, I am Jess Pinili. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, but you love the topic of this video, hit the subscribe button. And if you keep coming back for more, but you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Everything I share in this video is going to be from personal experience, but also coaching over 400 plus women over the past 5 to 6 years who are high achievers, who are success driven, who are ambitious, but sometimes they feel like no matter what they are doing, they keep hitting the glass ceiling. Let me know in the comments if this is you, if you feel like you're doing everything you can in your career, in your business, in your wellness, in your finances, but no matter what you do, it's like every single time you start to see success, you're kind of capped there and it feels like you're not going to break through. If you can relate, put it in the comments and keep watching because I'm going to share with you exactly why that might be. This mindset is a perspective shift that is going to help you really see yourself differently in the way that you are living life and the way that you are achieving the success that you desire and the success that you deserve. So what is the 2 mindset theory? The 2 mindset theory is something that I created when it comes to understanding yourself as a high achiever. We have the bare minimum mindset and we have the high maintenance mindset. Without even knowing it, a lot of the time we have slipped into a bare minimum mindset where everything we are doing, we may be doing harder, we may be burning out faster, but we are actually doing the bare minimum to get the results that we actually want. An example of this may be that you're frustrated that you haven't increased your income in your business. So instead of pivoting, instead of stepping into a high maintenance mindset, which I'm going to explain what that is, you stay at a bare minimum mindset, which is still doing the same thing every single day that you've been doing for the past year on your business, but you just do it more and you try harder and you burn yourself out quicker and then you become resentful for your business and not making any money because you keep slipping into the bare minimum mindset ways. The bare minimum mindset is doing the things that are the least effort, but we know really, really well. So maybe if we go back to the business example, you once heard that you should show up on your stories selling every single day, and maybe you do a couple of story slides and you post that, and you've been doing that for the better part of the year and nothing has really changed when it comes to doing that. That is what I would call the bare minimum because it's now part of your behavior, it's now part of your habits in business if we're taking this example. And so instead of changing that, you just do the bare minimum because it makes your nervous system feel like you are still showing up. Now, we're not disregarding the fact that yes, you are technically still showing up, but it's at the bare minimum and you are setting that unconscious standard for your life. That is why you keep feeling like you're hitting a glass ceiling. And so what I've witnessed over the years in high achievers, and I've witnessed this in myself, is that when we have set an unconscious bare minimum standard and we keep playing that over and over and over again, we start to feel like we're doing absolutely everything. We start to feel like we're working really, really hard, but the results are not matching up. Everything you're choosing in a bare minimum mindset is how you operated to get you to where you currently are, but is not going to get you to where you want to be. Let me repeat that. Everything that you are doing right now in a bare minimum mindset has helped you to get where you currently are, but will not help you get you to where you want to be. And I know that you're not just watching this YouTube video for fun. I know that you're watching it because you're ready for a change. You're ready to create an inspiring above average life. But to do that, we need to step into mindset number 2, which is the high maintenance mindset. A high maintenance mindset is exactly how it sounds. To get you the success that you're currently envisioning, you need to up your standards and up your behaviors, which means you need to step into the mindset that everything you do is high maintenance. And this is going to be the biggest difference between someone who watches this video and steps into a high maintenance mindset versus someone who watches this video and stays with the bare minimum mindset. If you choose the high maintenance mindset, you are going to succeed over and over again. Because every time you feel like you've capped yourself at a certain level of success, if you are choosing high maintenance, you are choosing to step beyond that cap. You are choosing to step beyond that ceiling of success that you are now at. And this simply means that you are identifying as someone who is above where they currently are. And if we look at self-concept work 101, when you start to self-identify with someone different and you bridge the gap between who you are now and who you desire to be, you start to merge into that person. Stop choosing things from the bare minimum mindset, hoping to get a different result. You need to be choosing things from the high maintenance version of you. Something that maybe right now you feel is a little bit out of reach, or maybe your self-doubt is telling you that it's not exactly possible. I promise you, if you can conceive it in your mind, it absolutely is possible and it is meant for you. But it does require you to self-identify differently. It does require you to adopt a high maintenance mindset, which consistently chooses differently to what you've always chosen. So if we go back to the example of business and you feel like you're doing everything you possibly can, again, like I said, if you've been doing that for at least a 90-day period, you're in that bare minimum mindset. So now I want you to think the level beyond you, what would he or she be doing? What would that high maintenance mindset look like if you were beyond your current level? Because I can guarantee that once you ask yourself this question, it is going to change your perspective and the way that you are doing things. Every time I ask myself this question, I actually shock myself because I think, okay, so why aren't I choosing that? And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're constantly going to be making these huge leaps. Sometimes you need to take a smaller step towards the huge leap, but it does allow you to move yourself forward. It does allow you to move the needle forward. There are too many high achieving, ambitious people out there who are consistently choosing the bare minimum mindset, and then they're wondering why they feel so burnt out. They feel like they're working really, really hard and not seeing results. It's because you keep choosing the same damn thing over and over again. You need to be stepping into that high maintenance version of yourself, collapsing that time, collapsing those identities for that version of you to become you, who you currently are. And then once you hit that next cap of success, you need to come back to this video and remind yourself, okay, am I now at my bare minimum? Something to think of is who you were maybe 5-10 years ago. You are probably, and I hope if you're watching this YouTube channel, you were probably making completely different decisions. You were probably wearing completely different clothes, your hair was differently, your demeanor was different, your behavior was different. Now imagine if you kept all your behaviors, your patterns, your demeanor, the way you dressed, everything about you the same up until right now. You'd be pretty disappointed with yourself because you'd be the exact same person you were 10 years ago. You had to change, you had to shift. Maybe some things were quicker, maybe some things took a little bit longer, but this just goes to show when you choose to self-identify differently, and you take the time to think, what is the high maintenance version of myself doing? That is when things start to physically and energetically shift in your life. Now, I know there's going to be a small percentage that watch this and are going to roll their eyes and think, I've tried it all before. If you have tried this before, you probably wouldn't be rolling your eyes. You'd be agreeing with me. You'd be subscribing to my channel, you'd be thumbs upping this, you'd be leaving a positive comment, because I can guarantee when I have this conversation with many high achievers, their ego steps in and they tell me, I am doing everything. I've already tried that. No, you haven't, at least not consistently. So understand where you are. What is your unconscious success cap? So think about what is the money you get to in your business or career and then you cap out. What is the way, the standards and behaviors in all your relationships where you cap out and you start to shrink yourself? Where are you at in your health, fitness, wellness journey where you start to cap out or you start to attract a sickness the moment you lose a certain amount of weight? Understand what your cap is first. Understand what the bare minimum mindset you are adopting, what's attached to it, the patterns, the behaviors, the habits. And then I want you to think beyond that. If you already had lost that 10 kilos, what would you be doing with your food habits right now, with your exercise habits right now? If you were already making $50,000 every single month in your business, how would your content creation change? How would your offer suite change? How would your marketing change? If you already had that promotion that you've been gunning for the past 5 years, how would you be operating differently in the workplace? How would you be doing your projects differently? How would you be leading and managing your team differently? That is the high maintenance mindset. Every day gets to be a different choice. Every day you get to decide differently. You get to be someone completely different. You get to be the person that gets the results that you desire and the results that you deserve. So let me know in the comments, what are you choosing? A bare minimum mindset or a high maintenance mindset?